Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and joining me once again for the championship round, we have Luke.
Hello.
And we have Dave.
Hello.
They're tired.
Hi, Nick.
I have worked them so hard today with all sorts of cigars, and they're tired, and they're full of pizza, and, here you go. Full disclosure, we had to take a break in between rounds to go have dinner. Because after smoking 8 cigars back to back to back to back to back and so on, some tummies were starting to really hurt.
Very much.
And we needed sustenance. But now we overate, and now we're all tired and lethargic and logy. We really don't want to do this.
But we're going to do it anyway.
But I have to do it because you're leaving tomorrow, and you're leaving tonight.
Yes, we're powering through.
So we're powering through. Just for you people. Just
push
for
through
you.
the pain.
This is for you.
This is for you. See what you made me do? Look at what you made me do. Oh, fuck. All right. So, guys, it is the Battle of the Budgets. It is the championship round. If you haven't paid attention the last 2 episodes, or if this is your first time listening to the show, we did do 2 episodes last week where we smoked a total of 8 cigars, all blind. They were randomized and put head-to-head up against one another, 2 groups of 4. So at any given point, we were smoking 4 cigars at once. But after it was all said and done, the winner of round 1, which, I'll go, will I? Oh, yeah, I will. Okay. I threw garbage in the envelope, too. Round 1 consisted of the United Natural Toro, the Havana Q Toro, the La Aurora Connecticut Toro, and the CAO Fasa Sol Toro. And the CAO Fasa Sol Toro was actually our winner of Group A. And we have a methodology of this. We basically, the 3 of us all give it a score based off various parameters that we have set forth. And then those scores are averaged, and the one that wins the average is the one that wins the round. So the CAO Fasa won the day in the first round. In the second round, we had the Nica Rustica Adobe. We had the Southern Classic Private Label. I believe it was the Habano. We had the Zeno Nicaragua, and we had the Charter Oak Maduro. And the Charter Oak Maduro won that round. So of the 8 cigars that we smoked, we are down to the 2 darkest cigars.
We are. That was a tight race, I must say, the last one.
It was very tight. The cigars in the second round, 2 points essentially separated the winner from they all 4 were separated by 2 points. So, it was a tight race. But tonight, we're going to be smoking the remaining ones. So I'm going to divvy out the cigars here. First one.
Sir.
Let's be real. We can smoke. We can smoke them in here. I'll just give you both at once. That way, you have it, and it's no big deal. Realistically, what I'm proposing this time, what we had been doing is smoking about a third and then going on to the next one. What I'm kind of proposing for this one, and I don't know, I'll leave it up to you gentlemen to let me know your thoughts. Part of me says fucking cut and light them both up at the same time and just kind of go at it and see which one strikes you better.
I think I like that idea.
Or do you want to take?
love it.
Or do you want to take some time? It's up.
No, I like the theory a lot.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Well, that means it's time to cut the cigar, and the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com. 2 Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows 2 Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to twoguyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number 2, guyscigars.com. And with that, we're going to go ahead and cut all our cigars. So, gentlemen, we've made it this far. I know everyone's tired and probably smoked out. But, you know, it's been fun. It's been a good time.
It's been excellent.
Yeah.
And definitely lots of tobacco, I'll tell you that much.
It's been a nice little experiment, too. Okay, real quick, just because we do have our parameters. Obviously, before we light, we do look at the construction of the cigars, look at the cap, look at that sort of thing. It's no secret. The CAO is a much more rustic-looking Maduro. The wrapper on it has more veins, more bumps and texture and that sort of thing. The wrapper on the Charter Oak, if I would say that the wrapper on the CAO is kind of a gloss, the wrapper on the Charter Oak is more of a matte finish.
Yes.
You know?
I noticed that.
Yeah. One has they're both Maduros, obviously, but one's brown, the other one is almost the number 5, which is the CAO, is roux. It's like a more reddish. You get
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. The Charter Oak also has a closed foot, whereas the other one does not. The cap on the Charter Oak, I think, is better than the cap on the CAO. The CAO, the cap is a little more hastily put on.
Yes. Agreed.
You know, so okay. All right, so we're gonna give this a cut there, and also gonna go ahead and cut that Charter Oak. And you know what? This band really wants to come off the Charter Oak, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make that happen so that I don't have to fuck with it. Okay. So we'll do like that, and there we go. All right. Well, cold draw. Hopefully I don't get notes of pizza. I'm going to take one more swig of water.
Picking up black olives.
Yeah.
And feta cheese.
Yeah, you had that Greek pizza.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was so yummy.
I had a very non-typical pizza.
Yes, you did.
Version of the Big Mac, if you will.
It was the Big Mac, deconstructed Big Mac pizza.
Yeah, it was unreal.
It was yummy. Also, I tried a piece.
I'm not an onion guy, and I know that
what?
onions are part of the Big Mac. I like them when they're cooked, but they got to be cooked down like super caramely. And
Give me an onion in any way, shape, or form.
okay, well, noted. Okay, CAO, cold draw. I don't have my notes, or I don't have notes. I didn't take any notes from the first time. But so I'm hoping I'm going to say the same thing. But realistically, the CAO is coming off kind of sweet to the
Yes.
cold draw.
Just a hair musty.
Slightly.
It's harder to get a good taste with the closed foot.
Yeah.
That was a complaint last time.
Yeah.
Plus, my palate's still not the way it should be for my cold a couple weeks ago there, but
Well,
yeah.
such is life. But all right, well, I'm going to light my cigars, and while I do, I mean, you guys can do the same. But I think it's time we go ahead and listen to the greatest commercial you've ever heard.
Some say cigars are all the same. It's just not true. It's you I have to blame.
Well, I don't know, 'cause what I know, there is a cigar called Aladino.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. They say authentic, so we're not confused, while the others say it's a word that's just abused.
Abused!
I guess that's so, they can't compete. At least I'm sure Aladino can't be beat.
Corojo.
Rojo!
Aladino Corojo.
Rojo!
Aladino Corojo.
Rojo!
Aladino Cigars uses authentic Corojo tobacco from JRE Tobacco. This is the greatest commercial you ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you have to say it, you think if you have to say it, does it count? Man, I'm not no disrespect to Dave, but like
It's more of a copyright thing, I think.
is it? Is
Yeah.
it? Okay. Just because you need to be able to say it's the
It
greatest
was.
commercial. Yeah.
A little
Okay.
C next to it.
I see. Okay, so both cigars are fired up, double fisting. Not something I do on the regular. I'm trying to think of the last time I double fisted cigars like this, and I'm thinking it may have been Pulpit Fest 2024 when we had the test blend of the Villiger 1888 Nicaragua in the box press. Renee brought those for everybody to try, and I fired up the box press test blend, but then I also fired up just the regular mass production round version and smoked them side by side to try and get the differences and whatnot. And what was interesting is there was just a subtle difference between the two blends, and it was obvious when you smoked them side by side. So I'm hoping that some of the subtle differences between these cigars will make themselves apparent as I'm sitting and smoking them side by side here.
We will see.
We will see. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've had the pleasure doing this ever.
Smoking them side by side like this?
Correct.
This is a first for me as well.
Well, most normal people probably don't do this.
What, driving on a highway, two hands
Just
All right.
palming the steering wheel.
and shifting gears?
Yeah, I don't know how you're doing that with well, you're not talking with two cigars, you're just referencing that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. No. Yeah, you just gotta keep it straight, that's all. Oh fuck. Well. Obviously we've gone through 8 cigars to get here.
In one day.
In one day. Realistically, looking at the numbers, I think there was only maybe one cigar that generally, as the group, we didn't care for. And I'm not going to point it out on this show.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go back and listen to the other two because I don't want to dwell on the negative. Because people worked hard to make that cigar. And just because, it reviewed that way, I'm not going to hide the fact it reviewed that way, but I'm also not going to highlight it right now. But we smoked some good shit today,
Hell yes, we did.
which means there is some good shit out there and available for less than $8.
Absolutely. It came down to 2 cigars that are quite similar, so this is going to be complicated.
They are similar, but they are similar. Initially, I would say the draw on the Charter Oak is a little more open than the draw on the CAO.
I have the exact opposite.
Okay.
I'm with you, Nick, but let's say the smoke output as well with the Charter Oak.
Yes, it's a little smokestack. Are you having that?
They're kind of matching up pretty equal.
Okay. All right. That's a good thing. Look at Dave go. Like a fucking champ over
They're
there.
almost like twins. So far.
The wrapper. That's the thing that definitely differentiates them to me. Like the gloss and the matte finish. Looking at it that way, visually they are similar-ish in color. Like you said, there is a reddish a tinge, a hue to the CAO. But that CAO is just such an oily, bright wrapper. And that matte finish on the Charter Oak, I mean, it's noticeable.
Yeah, they're so similar. I mean, I would, and generally just looking at it, other than the color, you see a little more veining with the CAO.
Mm-hmm.
I see more rustic qualities, like your, lumps and bumps, almost a mottled appearance. Whereas on the Chartered Oak, it's a little more smoother. The veins are subtle, etc. Both draws are pretty good. I think the Charter Oak, on my end, Charter Oak wins with the draw.
Yes.
These are really tight as far as, you'd almost think they were rolled side by side,
They are very similar. Burn wise, I'm just going to say right now, when I'm judging these two cigars for this episode, it's going to have to be nitpicky.
Yes.
Neither one is going to be such a dominating win over the other. This is going to be a nitpicky situation. And I would say my burn line in the Charter Oak is straighter than the burn line on the CAO. Ever so slightly.
Same here.
Yeah, same.
But there is an angle to my burn line there, whereas the Charter Oak, I'm not going to say it's perfectly straight. There's little like waves to it, but it's wavy all the way around in the same kind of like pattern. Like it's a straight, it's straight wavy. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
Whereas one, there's a definitive angle.
Yeah.
Like if I were to ash these right now, one would have an angle, the other one would be flat.
Do you, not that it matters in any way, but do you find that which is a brighter ash?
The Charter Oak. It's more white.
Boy, you know what?
Are you close to? Not that it matters, just for interest sake. I do also see
Maybe
the Charter
ever
Oak
so
brighter.
slightly. It's really close, actually.
Yeah, check that out, man. This is
Okay,
like
yours.
white.
No, yours is definitely. You have a much different. But like, see,
I think mine's a little tighter than the last one I had.
that's what I
The
was saying.
Charter
I think on the Charter Oak.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, interesting.
Man, I've never had the pleasure of doing this. This is so cool. Just back and forth. You almost have to concentrate on the cigar.
You do.
For a while.
You have to, and you got to remember which one you're even smoking. Now, the nice thing is they are different enough, just subtly, but they are different enough that it is a little hard to mix them up. At least for me. I don't know if, This is riveting radio. Very quiet. But we're putting some effort into this. We're putting,
Lots of effort is being given.
I should take photos of my notes just to send it out there.
You really should. I think it'd be interesting just to show people like the amount of effort. I mean, he's actually writing his notes down. You and I are just fucking winging it, Dave.
Oh, yeah. That's all I do.
You're like, fuck it, I like this one. I'm
I
like,
come up and Nick's like, what do you want to talk about? I'm like, fuck it. Roll tape.
roll tape. Let's go. Oh, shit. What did we want to talk? We had something to talk about with this, didn't we?
I must say before we discuss that,
Oh, okay.
the CAO has a distinctive nasal punch. It's a little more. It's a little more on your nose and in your.
I guess that means you're making me do the retro hill, huh?
You brought up soapy earlier. I'm getting more of a soapy thing on the CAO.
But Soapy was on.
Like a florally. It was
I feel
on a
like that
different
was
cigar.
the Havana Q, wasn't it?
Oh,
That would be number 8. Cigar number 8.
Like between these two,
yes, it was.
it's kind of.
So you don't need notes, do you? You remember these things?
I can generally remember these things. Huh.
Oh,
All right.
ooh. The Charter Oak just punched me right in the nose on the retro. A nice
Let's
burn.
talk horror movies. No, I'm just kidding.
I've had it.
I know.
There's a
Goddamn
clown with a
fucking clown.
chainsaw.
People have to realize they're seeing this podcast spread out within a week and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've done it in a day.
We've done it in a day. This is
So it's kind
a
of like,
marathon, my
at this
friends.
point, we just want to sit around the fire pit and smoke. We don't even really want to talk.
Fall asleep in my chair.
But the retro on the Charter or the CAO is good. But as you all may remember, the retro on the Charter Oak slit my throat last time, so I'm going to give that an effort. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Noticeably tons more smoke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A shocking amount of smoke coming out this. That's not, again, that it means anything when it comes to rating a cigar. You don't buy a cigar because you want it to be smokier than the other.
But I like that. That actually is a positive to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things that when I'm sitting and smoking a cigar, I want it to be a little smokestack. I want it to be a cigar that is creating a lot of smoke and ambiance. And it's like, I want to know that it's going and everything, you know, like I don't want one that's just kind of sitting there, you know, waiting for me. I want one that's like doing some smoke output.
A little chewy.
Yeah. There's definitely more spice and pepper on the Charter Oak Retrohale.
Yes.
Not
and it's
the
quick.
CAO one
too.
is very smooth.
It goes away fast.
Mm-hmm.
This is very nice. Nice little burn.
It could be the sheer amount of volume of smoke when you're retrohaling.
I did significantly less this time, and you notice I didn't hack my lungs out.
We're I can speak for Dave here. We're proud of you, man.
That's good. Thank you. I feel good about that. Anyway. So, boys, as we sit and process this, what's on your mind?
Pizza. I just had a crazy pizza.
Thought you were going to tell me you were about the vast network of Satanists that have infiltrated all levels of our society.
Also pizza.
Okay.
Similar.
We'll just leave it at that.
Similar note.
Yeah.
It wasn't a part of the conversation at all, but no,
No, not at all.
we have a place in our town that does sushi, like fusion sushi. And they do have a Big Mac sushi roll.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of reminded me of that, you know. I mean, Big Mac ingredient, what is it, like five things, right? You guys are ground beef.
So it's burger, cheese,
lettuce,
onion, pickle,
dehydrated onions is
and
the key.
technically special sauce, but let's be real, it's Thousand Island
pretty
dressing.
much.
Essentially. I think McDonald's technically does add something to Thousand Island to make it something different so they can say that it's a special sauce and not just Thousand Island dressing. But I think everywhere else in the world, when they do it, just uses Thousand Island dressing and it's just fine.
Yeah.
I like a Big Mac. Like I said, I leave off the onion. The problem with the Big Mac is...
Let's talk Big Mac.
Back in the day, when the Big Mac first originated, it was a big fucking deal. Nowadays, though, the patties at McDonald's, your standard burger patty, is so paper fucking thin.
Oh, yeah.
That when you get a Big Mac and it's got that extra bun in the middle, it's like 50% bread. And then, you have that small amount of beef, their plastic processed cheese, and then some lettuce, pickle, onion, and sauce. So it's like, it's so much bread.
Yep.
I don't know.
I used to get a double cheeseburger dressed like a Big Mac.
Really?
That's pretty much the way to go.
I once dared a friend of mine at work and just give a holler out to Jake. I dared him to take 2 double Big Macs, put them on top of each other, squeeze them down to a size of 1 double Big Mac and eat it. And that man almost threw up.
I would think
You
so.
know, it's like Big Macs are like cheating on your loved one.
That's a lot.
During the process of eating the Big Mac, it's the best thing in the world. And immediately after the last bite,
You regret every moment of
everything you've done.
Yeah.
You feel shame.
Hopefully. Totally off the subject of Big Macs, but still in McDonald's land. I will put a challenge out. I have always wanted to do this. I've always been too chicken shit afraid. I want somebody out there in pulpit land. I don't care who it is. But if you do it, take a video of you doing it, because I want proof that it happened, and I want to see how it ends up. I want somebody to order a 20-piece McNugget, all boots.
I'm sure they have.
Well, dude, because here's the thing.
They will do that?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody knows the McDonald's chicken nuggets come in, 4 shapes. They come in the rounds, the diamonds, the kidneys, and the boots. And
which is the Frankenstein, the one with the top that's square, bottom that's round, or is that
boot.
a Canadian thing?
It's a boot. It's like this, and it's got that little dimple out and everything like that. That's the boot. And that's the best one for dipping. Out of all of them, it's the best shape for dipping. And because you get that little toe of the boot to get into the corners of the little sauce, tray things they give you. And so I want somebody, like I said, I'm too chicken shit. I just know that somebody's going to like do something to my boots and it's going to be a whole thing. And I don't want to do that. And so
stick it in their butthole.
Wow. I was thinking spit. You took it a whole lot further.
Like I said, it's perfect shape for dipping. It's going somewhere.
Oh my God.
Southern Illinois guys, man. They're
my
minds.
God. Fucking hey.
It's society that's made us this way.
Anyway, if somebody would, I would be, I will play that video on the show if they do it and send or post the video in the parishioners group or something. I have got to see somebody order. I want to know what happens. I want to know if they tell you no. I want to know if they say yes and they charge you normal price and then you open up the box and it's just fucking nuggets and they basically screwed you. I want to know if they actually will do it. I want to know if you can order 20 McNuggets, all boots.
This is huge.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest thing that's ever happened on the pulpit.
That's what we should have done for dinner.
Biggest thing on the pulpit today.
Yes, this exact minute, in fact. But oh my God, I pay to see that. Who's daring? There's got to be a pulpit person out there that's daring enough to even ask.
I think the fire department's going to get called on the cloud of smoke we have leaving this garage.
It's literally right over there. We'll hear them coming. I will say, Dave.
Yes.
You said we should have done that for dinner. I don't want to do that. Do you have any idea how many little baby chickens would have died for us to do that?
That's not real chicken, Nick.
Dude, they put them in the grinder and they spit out the pink slime and they make that into the molds and that's how we get the chicken nuggets.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. I know it's chopped, pressed, and formed chicken. So they basically just take the chicken, put it in the thing, make the chicken slime, and then they form it into the rounds, the diamonds, the boots, and the kidneys.
In Canada, it's actually chicken meat. When you open it, it's like shredded chicken. It's like,
oh wow,
fucking Canada!
Guys,
they have everything. God, they just
guys, I was kidding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's goo.
I was like, really? It's the
jelly,
promised
boys.
land. What are we doing?
It's white jelly. It looks like
white jelly. That's a good way of describing
it. Chicken foam.
Yeah, when
It's
you
like
peel off the crusted out exterior, whatever that is, that's barely bonded to the interior. It's a white gel. Yeah, it's horrible.
It's chopped, pressed, and formed.
You got to get the Kennedy guy on this.
Yeah, that's what we need. Then he'll start telling everybody that Tylenol gave us chicken nuggets. Anyway, so yeah, somebody brave enough, somebody that actually eats chicken McNuggets, just try it. Let me know how it goes. I'm dying to know. It's been on my mind for. I hesitate to tell you when I came up with this idea because it'll make me sound really stupid that I've waited this long. This has been rattling around in my head for at least 10 years, dude. Like I have wondered for a long time.
But you're onto something. You can I
think it'd be funny as hell.
You can get members to do stuff at your bidding here. Stuff that you wouldn't normally do. Okay, next one, guys. Canadian members, I need you to go to the local strip club, okay? Okay, we won't go there. I'll email everyone on that one.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I hear about the Canadian strip club sometimes.
All good, I hope.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, St. Louis, we're fairly well known for ours as well. There's some wacky shit that happens about 10 minutes up the highway that way.
It's not what happens. It's a caliber of what happens, right? So all our dancers, we call them, the artists, are all pretty much from the La Belle Provence, the Quebecers. Montreal is a mecca of strip club, and
lots of French strippers is what you're saying.
Yeah,
French Canadian,
and some of them do tours, so they'll go down to other.
Oh, they do that here too.
Yeah.
They'll play here for a little while until the crowds kind of get tired of them, and then they move on to another area. And
Police get on them. You know.
well, that is a different thing. I don't know about that. The other thing is, I don't know how it works in your area, but the strippers buy the stage time from the club. It's almost like when you go to like a high-end salon, you know, the person that's doing your hair, they, you know, oftentimes they're not an employee of that salon so much as they've purchased the chair space. And so people are coming in to see them, and they just have a place to do it at. Okay. And so it's almost like a 1099 situation.
I get it. I'll look into that for you.
Yeah. So
Give me a reason to go.
there you go. You can go and interview all the girls. Just be like, what's your employment status here? Are you a 1099?
Can I talk to the manager? I am bilingual, so I'll be able to communicate with them.
Okay.
But I'm not certain about that. I know they probably give a percentage of their wages or whatever they
To the
do
house.
to the house.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, then that probably would, I mean, that would make sense then.
Man, it's been so long. I wouldn't even, I've always wanted to do this. You know, when everyone has a secret bucket list, this crazy list.
Oh, boy.
You know, I want
You
to
throw a few beers in this boy, and he starts telling us his secret, deep, dark, you know,
cheers to you.
desires.
Just the head.
Cheers to Yingling.
Just the tip.
Yeah, just
Yingling,
the tip.
traditional
See how it is.
lager.
Well, no, what were you drinking at the pizza place?
Bell's Two-Hearted Ale.
Yeah, it was a nice little
You
light,
like that?
light IPA. It was good. Yeah, it had a really good froth on it, foam.
Okay.
So my bucket list,
some
it
might
had
say.
a head. It had
There's a
Beautiful
theme going
head.
on over there.
Yeah, just a tip.
lots of head. I want to announce some strippers to go on stage. You know, get up the guy on the mic who's always very
coming up to the stage, it's Candy.
Right on.
You know, that kind of thing,
Yes.
you know? Yeah, you got to do that. Although in your case, you're a car guy, so it'd be like, it's Porsche.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. But I can pull up,
Carrera.
you know, one hand joining the other makes a beautiful sound. You know, gentlemen, you have a left hand, correct. You have a right hand, great. Let's join them together rapidly. Where they're lovely. You know,
I think we found your retirement gig.
yeah. And I'm bilingual as well, so I can do some stuff in other provinces and countries.
Oh, yeah. What would you say in that?
I'm not going to. Your listeners will be like, "What the hell?"
I think it'd be fun. I want to hear stripper announcer speak in French.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, in Laval, Quebec, she's known as Cannelle. But here in Southern Ontario, she's known as Cinnamon, gentlemen.
Cinnamon. Oh, fuck.
And, of course, Cannelle is French for cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did we get on this topic?
I don't know.
It's because we're delirious.
Something about strip clubs. I don't.
It's because
really
we're
know.
double fisting.
It has been
cigars.
so long since I've been to one. It's. I mean, not that I need to go to one. In fact, they're factories of sadness. But it's been a very long time.
Yeah, me and my friend Jimmy went out drinking one night, and this has been like 10 years ago. That's the first time I had been since probably I got married 23 years ago. And it was just the saddest thing.
Are there any
Yeah.
down your way these days?
Club Coyote.
Dave, was it the same dance?
Oh, I
JV's
know.
still
I do know that one. Oh my God, it hasn't been as long as I thought. A former co-host of this show and I brought one of my. Oh, that's a fucking story I can't
That's
tell
sad.
on the
Oh,
cast.
we might have been
actually.
there at the same time.
Oh, I don't know. Are they still human trafficking out of there? Like,
No, they closed and reopened recently.
oh, well, then this was the old ownership because
What is-
I'm pretty sure they were trying to abduct my intern and harvest his organs.
Oh my gosh.
It was a whole thing. They roofied his ass.
What?
I
Wow,
cannot get into any more of the story because of reasons, but it was a fucked up night, let me tell you, and it was definitely not one that I wanted to do, but I had my intern, and he was imbibing, and like I said, there was a certain former co-host that promoted nothing but trouble, and well, you know, shit happened, and we're just going to leave it at that. But everybody survived. Everybody was fine. I got a good night's sleep after I got back to the hotel. Others looked like a truck hit them the next day. Just saying. But it's neither here nor there.
Oh goodness.
And it was missing an organ, you're saying?
No. But I do think they were trying to abduct him to harvest said organ. And I think that because he was sitting up at the stage and they were paying a lot of attention to him. It was this one woman and this other guy. And she went to the restroom. He was still kind of sitting there. We got up and said something to him like, dude, we got to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, no, later. So we went back to our table. When she came back from the bathroom, the guy said something to her. And next thing we know, they're fucking gone. And then we're taking the intern to the car, finally get him to leave. And that dude is roofied out of his fucking mind.
Whoa.
So we're pretty sure that they roofied him because she bought him a drink.
Wow.
And so we're pretty sure.
What a romantic place.
It was a fucked up thing. So yeah, no. That was my experience there.
And JB's is still kicking.
I never been there.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
We should probably do another thing on the pulpit. Tell us your craziest story. You know, about a gentleman's club or strip club.
It was the gallery when I was down there. But that's gone now.
That's been gone.
Yeah, it's been gone a long time. That's where I saw the stripper who she had this giant mural on her back, this tattoo. I mean, it covered her whole fucking back, and it was nothing but Disney characters.
Wow. And
it was very odd. It was a very weird juxtaposition. But I give her a lot of credit because she was extraordinarily athletic, and that she did this thing with the pole that went all the way up to where she would, kind of like hang on it upside down. Like she'd grab the pole and like have her legs around it, but like she would end up with her butt and her legs flat against the ceiling. So she was sitting on the ceiling upside down,
wow,
holding and supporting herself just with holding the pole. And then she'd flip down and like land on her feet. Look, dude, people can judge for being at a strip club or whatever all they want, but it was some impressive athletics, and I will give it to that girl.
Yeah, that's legit.
Now, she was unfortunate in a lot of ways, as you would expect from a stripper in deep Southern Illinois, but that's neither here nor there. It's what it is. But it was an impressive feat of athleticism.
I'd say if you can sit on the ceiling, you're doing something right.
Yeah, in my early days of, like same to you, at this age, I really don't go into those places anymore, but
no,
in my early days, we had a club in Windsor, and Windsor is insanely famous because obviously the cross-border thing and plus the whole Quebec stripper thing. And she was twisting down the pole, spiraling downwards, and the dance floor had this wedge in it.
Oh, no.
And she wedged herself in this wedge where the pole mounted to the stage and was stuck.
Oh, shit.
And so she's trying to signal to me and my friend, hey, help. And it wasn't busy and no one was looking. And we're like, dude, we got to get this girl out of here. So we literally get on stage to get her out of this pretzel situation.
Security tends to frown upon that.
Security comes out of nowhere. And
I bet they did.
She basically says to the guy, no, they basically,
they're saving my life from being stuck in the
I was going to be there for a week.
Oh my God.
Imagine all the bacteria down in that hole.
Wow, Dave.
God.
I know.
Yeah.
Took that weird.
I'm just saying, man.
Petri dish.
So there was a guy who, there was a period of time in my life that I was the designated driver for a gentleman. He would pay my admission, and as long as I sat there and stayed sober, he would, pay my admission and we'd go. And I was too good of a friend and that I agreed to go ahead and do this. And it got very old very quickly and it burned me out. But that's when I got to the point where I would try and talk to the girls, like find out their story. How did you end up here? What do you really want to do with your life? The best one was the one who told me she wanted to be a child psychologist. And I was like, oh, you want to know what daddy did to you. The fucked up thing was this gentleman was, he was a doctor. He had his PhD. It was not in medical, microbiology, you know. But he told this one fucking stripper that he was a doctor, and he technically was, but she saved money on a breast exam by letting him do it right there. And mind you, she's telling the security guard, no, it's cool. And he's looking at me like, like just gooning because he's like just
I don't know
having his way. And I'm like,
don't even
dude,
know what I'm looking for.
You are fucked. And that was one of the last times that took place. Oh,
amazing. But we are doing a cigar review today.
Let's be real. There's a period of time in my life I'm not super proud of, and we just covered a lot of it. So, yes, we are doing a cigar review. Now,
I have been hitting these back and forth very regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Note the length. Which is burning slower to you?
Well, you're obviously hitting the Charter Oak either harder or it's burning faster.
Yeah.
I am in the same boat. However, my length difference is significantly less. The CAO is burning slower than the Charter Oak. Now, I will say, I do have a slight, you see that? I have a little slight mouse hole.
Void.
See that?
Void going in the Charter Oak. It did cause a little bit of a draw issue there for a minute. It has corrected itself, but
So my
it has corrected itself.
Mine are almost identical in length, and both of them are kind of burning to one side.
You are a very slow smoker in comparison to me.
Yes. Well,
I think I'm faster
I'm having
than you
to
are.
slow down even more.
I know I'm faster than you are, but why are you slowing down even more?
Because I'm about to die, dude.
Oh, well, fucking
I
don't
just want
die.
to get through this myself. Like, this is.
I'm just powering through at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, you
I
know.
am getting.
But the difficulty.
I'm about an 8 on the fuzzy scale on the.
Oh, yeah.
On
fuzz.
the CAO.
The Chenille scale. So, I must say that these are so similar. There are sudden, subtleties, obviously.
Yes.
But it's very difficult to rate cigars that are so close to each other in taste profile.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm getting a little bit more of a one-note flavor on the CAO.
Well, it's funny because, like, this is about the point, and I would say both of these cigars that I gave up on both of them last time. That I moved on to a different cigar. So I'm at least starting to get into different areas of this cigar.
Yeah.
And that's proving to be kind of interesting. Because the Charter Oak, the pepper on the smoking, it wasn't really like super prevalent to begin with, but it's receding more. Now, I guess I could do a retrohale because that's where this cigar really has hit me with the pepper.
Yes.
Is the retrohale.
It's going to be a rough one.
I'm going to wait until I'm more at the halfway. I'm close, but I'm going to give it just a little bit more time before I do that. But, yeah.
Oh, big pepper. Big pepper on the retro.
Was that the Charter Oak?
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
Ooh, buddy.
How the fuck did we get on the subject of strip clubs? You mentioned Canadian strip clubs, and I don't know, we went from there.
I always blame the Canadian,
It's
which is
true.
cool.
You did it.
We see it on TV every day. It's it's our fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In true Canadian fashion, I'm sorry. Your father, I'm sorry about the smoke.
You haven't been apologizing a whole lot this trip. Normally it's already sorry.
Sorry.
It's like, yeah.
Right.
Haven't heard that. Yeah. What about my father? What?
Apologies for the smoke. I wrote him a letter there, a letter of apology. He mentioned that he was blaming Canada for the smoke during his trip.
Oh, that's right.
And, I've been mentioned that smoke is from fire of woods that he probably used for his deck. And we're trying our best.
I'll tell you, man, that Canadian wildfire smoke, we got it all the way down here. Like the skies
Oh,
were
yeah.
like fucking hazy.
Yeah.
And like if you stood outside for too long, your eyes would start to just ever so slightly itch a little bit. Like it was an interesting phenomenon that it made it all the way down here and beyond. So
I mean, we had fires
big
last
damn
year
fires.
in Alberta, and Alberta is far from us, and you could smell it. I don't see it. The hazy sun. You could smell the burning wood. It was unbelievable. It was a huge hectare fire, gigantic.
Were they fighting it, or is it kind of one of those like, okay, it's a natural thing, let it go kind of deal?
Oh no, you definitely have to work on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unchecked, especially right now with the drought conditions and stuff.
Mm.
The ones you're talking about in Manitoba, that was absolutely massive fires. I've been through an area in northern Ontario when I was doing a road trip out west. The Trans-Canada is the number one highway. Yeah, literally, it's called number one. It goes from basically Vancouver to, I don't know if it ends in Halifax, somewhere out east anyways.
I mean, it is the Trans-Canada Highway, so
Yeah.
I would assume that it would be.
It's probably the
Number
only
one,
big
yeah.
one we got. And I went through a burnout zone from like the year before, and I was driving for like an hour
Really?
of complete charred woods.
Oh,
Like
man.
it was heartbreaking because I'm a nature lover, although it's natural.
Smokey lost his mom in a forest fire.
Who's that?
Smokey Bear.
Yeah.
He lost his mom. That's why he tells us all that we need to, only you can prevent forest fires.
And from my mother dying.
Yeah. He's dedicated
It
his
is
little
true.
bear life to that.
Like right now, it's so dry out east that the fines of, you can't even four-wheel in the woods because like a 4x4, they have big, side-by-side 4x4s, whatever. The catalytic converter, the exhaust gets so hot that if you park it up in the bush,
It'll catch the bush on fire.
is potential, right? So
Fuck.
they were handing out, some hefty fines for even being on the bush.
Interesting.
There was level 10, like, yeah.
Huh.
And if you've never seen water bombers before, that's spectacular to watch.
The planes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the yellow ones we have up north those guys are psychotic people, to do what they do. Do water landing, load up, be, I don't know what tonnage heavier, take off, drop it on a hat wherever they're dropping through whoever's calling it on the ground.
Huh.
They're essentially bombing. They're water
Mhm.
bombing, And then we tend to send them up your way in California a lot.
I was going to say, you sent them to California not too long ago, I know. I mean, probably more times than I'm aware of, but I know that when those fires were hitting all the rich homes there for a little while,
All
what
the
I'm talking-
celebs
all the
moved.
celebrities' homes and everything. I know that you guys sent it out.
Yeah. Do you remember we seen that video?
Despite the fact that at the time, I think we were not being super friendly to you guys.
Yeah, people are people, right?
Yeah,
Lives are lives, so you can look
Yeah.
past politics at that point.
I mean, you would hope so.
Who is the actor who played, oh my God, he was so popular in the 80s. He played in 3 Men and a Baby, Police Academy.
Steve Gutenberg.
Yes. Do you ever see that video of him literally on the streets going up to a news guy, they're like,
Yeah.
and he's like,
He's just out and helping.
yeah, my friends are out there, man. We're trying to get everyone out of here. And it's
Yeah.
like, I guess in reality, they live in houses.
Mhm.
They've chosen a place that is, at this point becoming desert.
He's an interesting cat. I just saw something not too long ago about him and how, like, he came to L.A. to do his acting career. And his parents basically told him, like, you got 2 weeks to get a gig. And if you can't get a gig in 2 weeks, you're coming back here and you're getting a job. And he knew it. And so apparently he went to the Paramount Studios, noticed that the guards didn't really check a list. They just, like, if you were wearing a badge, they were just like, meh, letting them in. So he managed to secure a badge and, like, made a forgery and, like, put on a suit and walked in. The guards just let him right in. So then he found an empty office. He wired it up for phone lines himself and would stay in his office past hours, break into producers' offices and find scripts and various things that were in development so that he could like get himself in there to apply.
Wow.
And all this kind of shit. And apparently ended up getting a commercial job within those 2 weeks. And then things went from there. But the balls on that guy.
Criminal genius.
Basically, like, yeah, I mean, he like, you know, did that. And I mean, I'm sure that can't happen now, but yeah, but the balls on that guy to be
That's some cojones.
breaking in and making your own office and getting in there in order to make that happen. I
should
mean,
make a movie about that.
just
guy.
about him. Yeah. He was real big in the 80s. You're right.
He was enormous.
3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah.
You know, using that.
What's the one with the robot? Johnny 5.
Oh, Short Circuit.
Yes.
Yeah. Johnny 5. I forgot he was in that. Look at you.
So cheesy. A lot of cheesy ones. Cocoon was an awesome one. Awesome concept premise.
That had Wilford Brimley in it.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-diabetes.
Was it pre, or was it just pre-commercials? About his testing supplies.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't
Got
know.
diabetes.
Was he not in, what's the one with batteries not included? Was he
Oh,
not-
yeah, the little
Yeah,
robots.
that's a great one.
Was he in that one? No.
Steve Gutenberg? I don't know if he was or not.
He could have been if he wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
He would have fit
100%.
right in.
100%.
I
You
also
know what?
thought
If
he
we're going
would
to
have
talk
been-
about Steve Gutenberg,
he would have been great in Ghostbusters.
it's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report. Brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. There, I figure if we're talking about Hollywood guys, we probably
might
ought to
as well
just go
give
ahead and do that.
20 minutes ago. Yeah.
Well, you know, better safe than never, but anyway. Yes, he could have done Ghostbusters, although to be honest, the Ghostbusters guys, I cannot imagine anybody else in those roles at this point. Now, that's because obviously the movie came out. Like, I know the whole thing is that, you know, Ramis and Aykroyd were writing that movie with the thought that John Belushi would have played the Venkman character. But, like, can you remotely
I can't
imagine
imagine
anyone
that at
other
all.
than Bill Murray in that
No.
spot? I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love John Belushi stuff. But, like,
A little bit of a completely different movie.
totally different. And then Eddie Murphy instead of Ernie Hudson as Winston.
No, you needed that more straight-laced guy.
Eddie Murphy would have tried to steal the show.
Yeah.
It would have been a whole thing. It would have been too much. You're right. You needed that straight-laced kind of everyman to counterbalance the hilarity of the other three. So, I don't know. It was just such a perfect
there's
movie.
there's a lot to say about the 80s. I, growing older now, have kids that are watching the 80s, right? And they love them. I mean, the Goonies, name it. They love them. Ghostbusters, name it. When I was a kid and my dad was introducing movies he watched, although I could appreciate some of the movies, they kind of, I don't know. I think the 80s were a more contemporary time. The movies were.
Yeah. Contemporary. A little more, not entirely. There are some really deep thinker movies from the 80s, but I would say a little bit less cerebral, more fun.
Yes, a
You know?
lot more character and just goofiness.
Absolutely.
And they kind of just went for it in every movie, just to see what happened.
Like Goldbraith? Gold Bobcat?
Yeah, Bobcat.
Like, what was that?
Bobcat
He was
Goldthwait.
amazing. He's just an amazing character. He's the only character in any movies that is the same dude in every movie. I get that if you watch a movie with, let's say, Tom Hanks. Well, Tom Hanks is kind of like, as talented as he is, it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
This guy was the same, he's the same dude, this Tasmanian devil running around.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen him in any movie other than that character.
to lesser degrees. I mean, like there was that one that he did with Dabney Coleman. Boy, Boy, he was in a lot of movies too in the 80s. Dabney Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
But the horse. Fuck, what was the name of that? Hot to Trot.
Hot to
I
try.
forgot
Hot
all
to
about that
Trot.
movie.
Never saw
He
it.
was in an office and he had a horse and whatever, and Dabney Coleman was the boss or something. And I feel like Bobcat was a little less blah, blah, than he was definitely in the Police Academy. He turned Tasmanian Devil all the way up for the Police Academy movies.
Yeah.
But
We talked about this earlier, and I'm sure some of the viewers will remember this movie, but One Crazy Summer.
yeah, you mentioned that
You
yesterday.
have to watch this movie. I mean, it's Debbie Moore's first movie, introduction movie, so she's 18-ish.
Ish or 18.
I would guess, anyways.
I
She's
mean,
young,
you know,
18,
you got what's her face, the Blue Lagoon, Brooke Shields.
Oh,
Yeah, she was really young.
She
Yeah.
was very young when she did that movie.
But it's a super movie. It's super summer, absolute nonsense. Takes place in Nantucket. There's a boat race involved. It's complete nonsense.
What's this called?
One Crazy Summer.
I have never seen that.
Oh my
I
god!
will say, the 80s are where high school teen comedies thrived. It's also where you had all those movies where it was like, oh my god, we all work at the ski chalet.
I was about to say ski movies.
And like oh, this corporation's coming in to buy the land and we need to stop them. Let's have a ski race and blah blah blah. We'll raise money to do
Well,
it. And like, you know,
Goonies.
whatever, and they beat them and it's like, all right, go to hell, company guys and all that. And yeah.
Yeah, Goonies is even kind of like that, loosely based on
Kinda,
that, right? They
yeah.
wanted to take over the land.
Yeah.
Had to find One Eye Willie's stash.
One Eye Willie.
And that's in the making, by the way, the number 2.
I heard
Finally.
that.
Well, it was the making and they canceled it. And now it is in the making.
The Asian dude from there has really made a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hell, he won a fucking Oscar.
Data was his name,
Yeah.
Yep.
He won an Oscar for that one multiverse movie that he did with the Everything and Nothing Always at Once or
Yeah, I still
whatever the
haven't
hell it's
seen
called.
that.
I haven't either.
I want to see.
Everything and Everywhere Always. I don't know what it's called, but
Then he has
something like
some Valentine movie that I want to see.
oh, that's where he's the like hitman, or he used to be
He's
an
like a martial
assassin or
artist
something,
guy.
or yeah.
And he was
yeah.
great in Loki.
He was great in Loki. You're right.
He was typecast for a long time. There's a very endearing video of him and Harrison Ford.
Oh, I've seen
And
that.
Harrison Ford's at some award ceremony, and he just sneaks up behind him and pats him on the back, and it's like the biggest reunion.
Well, and to hear him say the story, he didn't think Harrison would remember him. But he wanted to say hi. And when Harrison turned around, he looked at him and got this big smile and just said, "Short Round." Cause, you know, Temple of Doom, you know, that was the movie that made it okay to call all Asian kids Short Round. And, anyway, they had the big hug and they had their little reunion. And I thought that you're right.
Awesome.
That was very nice. Harrison Ford comes across as a very gruff, kind of angry guy, but like, by God, I think he's probably the biggest teddy bear deep down.
Yeah.
You know, I have that feeling. I don't know. I could be wrong.
The new Goonies is a couple people have passed away. Mama Fratelli's dead.
Yeah.
In real life. But apparently what I'm hearing is that the original cast are now the parents of the new Goonies. Which is cool.
It could be good.
I guess.
I'm still on board.
I just, you know what? I really, the nostalgia in me is like, okay, cool. But then I've got this other side that's just going like, no, don't do that. Don't like take something that's already there and fine and perfect and don't add to it, you know, like, and this is coming from the guy that's been really excited about the last 2 Ghostbuster movies, you know, because obviously I like that a lot. And so I was interested in seeing where that story goes.
They did a good job.
They did do a good job. So like, but they have to do, if you're going to revisit a classic, you need to make sure that you do a good job. And I don't know about Goonies 2.
We'll see. We'll
At
definitely
least
see.
it's not a reboot.
Oh,
That would be horrible.
Yeah, reboots.
We don't need that.
Like,
But it kind of is. It's kind of a soft reboot in a way.
I mean, so
You know?
Ghostbusters.
a continuation.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan, and by huge I mean it's my favorite movie of all time. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, and
Yes.
It's a great one.
there's no way at this point, as the current director, he basically said, as long as I'm alive, we're not touching this.
Well, they own
But-
the rights. It's
Yeah,
like
and
him and the
but
producers or something own the rights, and so
there's
like
just so much potential for the fan like myself.
they just realistic like, and I'm sorry, they don't need to touch that again. That doesn't need anything else. We don't need a fourth Back to the Future movie. It's just not.
It would just be nice to see maybe continuation, even something deep.
I don't
Remember Jules and Vern, right? The
I know,
Doc
but
Brown's sons.
you know the youngest one, Vern. If you watch at the end of 3, at one point he points at his penis because he had to go to the bathroom and he was trying to signal to the crew that he had to pee.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, that's the scene or the clip that they used in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's like he's standing up there on the train while Doc and Marty are talking, and he's just like pointing at his dick.
Wang.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Wang,
Like,
bro, check it.
why in the world would they possibly have kept that? Of all the takes, they probably did. Why keep that one? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. The problem with Back to the Future, and you know, I say this with all respect, I don't want to make fun, but like with Michael J. Fox's health
Yeah. Then
and Christopher Lloyd's age, I
just
just
cameo appearance would be
we
great.
just don't need to.
Yeah.
I just feel like at this point that ship sailed. They told a solid story. The DeLorean's in a billion pieces on a train track.
Unless you go back in time and go
Yeah.
get it.
Oh, see, you gotta fucking
Only at
throw
one
that
point
out
in
there.
time it is.
Ah, that's true. You're right. Damn it! Now you threw that, now I'm thinking about that, and that's trippy as hell. All right. Well,
I could be down with like an animated.
they did the animated show.
I don't remember that.
There's an entire.
did,
They did
yeah.
an entire cartoon series that was on Saturday mornings, and I'm pretty sure. I think Christopher Lloyd did the voice of his character. I do not think Michael J. Fox did the voice of his, but they did. And in fact, Archie Comics did a run of tie-in comic books to that cartoon series.
Oh wow.
They're out here somewhere. But
Which box, Nick?
yeah, right, exactly. But no, they did do an animated Back to the Future thing, so that's something for you to find.
Okay, I will.
It's worth it.
Probably on
It's
YouTube.
entertaining. Probably, I'm sure.
Or Tubi or
It's
something.
somewhere. I know you can find it somewhere. But yeah.
Circling back to the comedians and singular characters. Do you guys ever watch Kill Tony?
No.
Which I'm not a huge fan.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, my brother is like a super fan of Kill Tony. And sometimes there's funny stuff, but most of the time not. But there's a newer guy called Timmy No Breaks.
Oh God.
He's totally worth looking up.
Okay.
At first, you're like, oh, this is just an Andrew Dice Clay ripoff. But then, like after his like 1 minute he has,
Yeah.
then they interview him if they like him.
Yeah.
Then he just blows up into this shining star. You're like, damn, this dude has something here.
Interesting.
And it's just like snowballed like crazy over the last few months with this guy. He's great.
Dusty Slay was just on that not too terribly long
Yeah,
ago
Dusty
too.
Slay's funny.
And, you know, good for Dusty. He's gotten 2 Netflix specials under his belt. And, you know,
His episode on Theo Vaughn was pretty amazing.
I didn't hear that.
Oh my
Boy,
gosh,
he had a
dude.
fucking night time or meltdown. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I listened to that podcast when he's talking about it on my way up here today.
Him filming his Netflix special and apparently just had a giant meltdown
yeah,
at it.
so he was trying to wean himself off his antidepressant medication
Oh, fuck.
to do this special so you could like feel all the emotions to do it. And he just like kept forgetting what he was doing. Like his head was just not there.
It's probably not a good thing to be weaning
and
yourself off of
apparently
medication.
on top of that,
when you're
Like,
trying to do something
one
like
of
that.
these like deportation videos that people are cobbling together on YouTube. Like somebody at some point in time asked him, he's like, "Hey, my cousin just got sent back to Mexico. What do you have to say about that?" In the middle of like a joke set, and he says, "Bye." And then, so that's like the beginning video of this thing that's gone viral. So now he's being taken out of context. And
Well, comedians are intense people. Remember, even Chappelle, Chappelle kind of went on the deep end there for a bit.
He did.
And, they pulled him off the stage at that point. He just did his own thing and found himself, and he's back at it. Thank God, because the guy's
yes, I love him.
one of the funniest human beings on planet Earth.
Definitely.
It's to be a comedian. It's an intense. I find most comedians are very intelligent people, and they read what people feel.
Yes,
they have an ability to understand other people's emotions and work into their advantage of humor, I guess. That Tony V guy that was on your show the one day, man, that guy's
He's
just
funny as
naturally hilarious, man.
He's
I
funny
could
as
only
shit.
imagine his groomed stage stuff,
Well, and I mean, the thing you got to remember about Tony is that aside from being a funny guy, he has been instrumental in the careers of so many Boston-based comedians, and he's helped so many guys become, no disrespect to Tony, bigger than he is, and it's one of those things that when you look at it, here's a guy who by all rights has the ability to be not bitter, but kind of a little pissy that like, hey, I helped all these guys and they're bigger than I am now. And yet he's not. He's living his life. He's doing his thing. I mean, fuck, he's got gigs everywhere. He's, popping in and he's doing projects and shit and everything. And, when he's home and he's just chilling, he's going up to two guys and smoking with those guys on various points, you know? So like, yeah, I mean, fuck, that's gotta be a lot of fun. So, and I'll say he's helped Dave out a lot at the expo. Like, cause Dave's had some issues with the comedians at the expo and Tony V always fucking steps up and he's like, that first year at the expo, the comedian like was running late and Dave's like, you're done. Like, turn around. You're not coming. I'm going to figure something else out. And they asked Tony, would you do it? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, what do you need? You need time? And he's like, nah, I got everything right here. And he just went straight to his head and just got up and did a fucking set, like with
awesome.
Nothing, and that's a pro. That's a guy that can just like on the freaking fly can get up and do a set, Some of these comedians, full damn well, they have to go home, they have to prep, they have to practice, they got to do this and that and whatever. Not Tony.
And then to deal with the ramifications of a crowd that's not respondent, right? So like, you got it all set up, you're ready to go, I'm going to kill it, and then they're dead, or you get a heckler.
Yeah,
the best comedians they love hecklers.
Oh yeah,
because that's part of their act. Man.
Crowd work has become such an important thing for some of these guys because if you notice all the clips on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and whatever else, these comedians are posting. They're not posting their jokes because they don't want their jokes getting ripped off. They don't want their set being ripped off, but they're posting the crowd work that they do because that's the stuff that's impromptu that'll never, theoretically never happen that way ever again. But it's still funny. And you can put it out, and it gets people engaged, and they'll come to your show to see your actual act.
Yeah, for sure.
So
there was one. I don't know. The comedian was this English guy from England, and one of the ladies was going wild in the crowd, and you don't like what I'm saying and stuff, and basically,
is he in the suit?
Yeah, and
I know who you're talking about.
He's like, well,
fuck, I'm trying to remember.
You kind of paid to come here.
Yeah,
you paid to see me. Like,
yep.
Like he just turns it around. Like,
I'm trying to remember his name. He's funny as shit.
Again, witty, intelligent. Who's George Carlin? Is it
George Carlin?
George Carlin.
Yeah.
He is the top notch of all intellectual comics. Man.
Oh yeah,
he was hilarious.
7 words you can't say.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. No.
He got.
he got very political in the end of his life, which, that's his prerogative. And I don't necessarily say, because he didn't come after one specific party. He was equal opportunity, like, at these guys. And so I respect that. Carlin was good, but anyway, well, let's circle back to the cigars for a minute. So my Charter Oak has definitely exceeded the CAO in terms of burn time. I have quite a bit more CAO than I do Charter Oak at this point. I did have to hit the Charter Oak with a little bit more fire to kind of straighten out a wonky burn going on there. I still have that void that's going down. So far, it's still not affecting draw anymore. But if you look, there's still a definitive hole, running through it. There's that.
Yeah, it's hard. There's some subtleties. Obviously, one's smoother than the other. One's burning better than the other. One's got a little more nasal punch than the other.
Mm-hmm.
One's sweeter than the other. But in general, they're going down the same road. So it's a difficult one. They're both on my wavelength. These are both cigars that obviously they made it to the final for a reason, but this is a difficult final, I would say.
My Charter Oak is not hanging onto the flame like the CAO. Like, I just took a puff on the CAO. Dude, puffed right away. It's good. It's still going. No big deal. That Charter Oak, I have to hit it with fire again now. It's gone out.
And mine was the exact opposite.
Really?
Yeah, my CAO went out like 3 times, so I'm done with that one.
Yeah, you are just kind of
awesome.
sitting there, aren't
you?
You feeling okay?
I'm good. I knew when I should tap out.
Okay. Well, no, that's fair. Okay.
I think
I'm
that's
there
just
myself.
with the inconsistencies of the structure.
Okay.
Like, because mine, like, the draw was too free. And I think that had a lot to do with it on this one, as opposed to the first time around. But
I'm struggling. That CA or that Charter Oak, it's still got a little bit going, but man, it's going to take a lot to get it really burning. And I don't have that in me.
Yeah, like I said, they're so close that with the variety of them being hand-built products, they can easily go both ways.
Yep.
And the problem is we're judging on these two.
Yep.
This is
Absolutely.
the sample that we have. This is the one we're doing. And so it's one of those things where tomorrow, with 2 different cigars, 2 different examples of these cigars, maybe one could take it and the other one wouldn't. But today, the one that's taking it is the one that takes it, It's kind of how it was the last time I did this, way back when. Came down between the Tatiscan and the Oscar Plan B. And the Tatiscan both of them could have won very easily. But the Tatiscan, there was just something about it. It was just a little bit more that day. Fewer issues, things of that nature. Yeah. And it won the day.
That's what's going on here, I think.
It's what I've got going on here, at least. So, okay. Well, before we get into final thoughts on the cigars, it's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars and give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars, can't clip our wings. I just looked up at the camera and I realized we have completely lost our sunlight. It is dark out, which, sorry about that, Dave. I know you're driving home in the dark now.
Whatever.
But it also dawned on me that I didn't set up any sort of ring light or anything. So like the only light we've got is from directly overhead.
It's not too bad.
We are shadowed as hell, like on our faces and whatnot, but that's okay.
It's very ominous.
It's what it is. Exactly. So, all right. So in honor of our Canadian guest, we have one more Canadian Blackbird to go.
Oh, tell me who.
We have Phyllis Webstad from British Columbia. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. So, can you attempt that? Where's she from? Are you going to attempt that?
I want to say we're just going to call it.
We're just going to say British Columbia.
Stewie Simisagat.
Oh, okay. Okay. We can do that. Phyllis Webstad shared a simple but powerful story that sparked a nationwide movement. When she was 6 years old, she was sent to a residential school where her brand new orange shirt bought by her grandmother was taken away. They took her shirt. Decades later, she told that story publicly to help others understand how indigenous children had their culture and identity stripped away in those schools. Her story moved Canadians deeply, and it led to the creation of Orange Shirt Day, observed every year on September 30th, where people across Canada wear orange to honor survivors and promote healing and reconciliation. Phyllis didn't set out to start a movement. She just wanted to tell her truth. But her courage and honesty inspired communities everywhere to come together, listen, and care for one another in a spirit of hope and respect. So be like Phyllis Webstad and Blackbird Cigars, and don't let anybody clip your wings. Do you wear orange on September 30th?
We just did, yes. It's actually a holiday. It's a holiday in Canada. Poor young girl. I mean, what happened to the Indigenous children is it's tragic, beyond tragic. I mean, if you read some of these stories, it'll make you cringe to believe that people could be like this. So it's, yeah, I think it's a good cause. One of the better holidays. Not a good holiday, sorry, but it's a better cause.
Yeah.
So yeah, we wear orange. Where I work, I wear uniforms. So some people try to wear orange undershirts or something, but it's, my kids all went to school. They all wore orange, and, it's a very important holiday.
Huh. All right then.
Yes.
I gotta admit, I'm learning things.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
So, people are learning.
Yeah. In a nutshell, they basically took Indigenous children, took them out of home. Imagine being removed from your family, put into a Catholic school, and being stripped of, all your culture, all your language, everything, and reassimilated to what people think you should be. And in the meantime, there's a lot of death. There's a lot of mistreating of kids. There's the worst things you could ever possibly imagine happen to these children. At this point, they're still finding mass graves, unmarked graves. It's brutal. So you can't fix it, but you can recognize it, I guess. But man, thanks for all the Canadian, accolades for.
Oh yeah, a little education for the people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take this back to a happier note. Not that I'm wanting to diminish anything, but let's talk strip clubs for a minute. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, okay. It's that time. I think it's time for us to go ahead and assign some scores and pick our winner here. Dave, do you want to go first?
Sure.
All right.
So both of these cigars were extremely good. Both great flavor profiles. I enjoyed them both very much, right up my alley. This round, just kind of unfortunate that the CAO structure on mine was a little off, so kind of threw the smoking off a bit. And the draw was a little more tight on the Charter Oak this time around, but it still was just pumping out smoke. I really didn't have to relight that one at all. So that one just kept on as long as I was smoking. They were both very similar, both kind of toasty, chocolatey, like leathery. I liked them both very much, but are we just going to score it? Are we scoring them?
Are we scoring them, or are we just saying our pick and just going with that?
It's really up to you guys.
I think we ought to just say our pick at this point, because I have a definitive winner in my mind. So
I have to go with the Charter Oak.
Okay, so one for Charter Oak here.
One for Charter Oak. All right. Of the two, both are very good. I enjoyed both. However, one I had absolutely no issues with, and the other I had a variety of various issues with, none of which were fatal to the cigar. They just were little things. And as I said earlier, this is going to be a nitpicky judging. In this case, the Charter Oak, I had that void that did cause a bit of a draw issue there for a hot minute. It did get past that, but that void did continue. Additionally, I had some burn line touch-up issues with that one, and the relight. I'm at the point now where maybe because I'm close enough to the end, there's not enough for it to really ignite and to keep going. But I am having to relight the Charter Oak more frequently as I go back and forth between that and the CAO. In my case, the CAO has stayed lit the whole time. Burn line wise, it is razor sharp. The ash is holding on very well. The draw has been very good. I have absolutely no complaint. The only thing I could possibly say about the CAO is the draw is a little tighter than the draw on the Charter Oak. The Charter Oak did kick off more smoke, and as I pointed out before, I like a smokestack. But for me, today, these two cigars side by side, back and forth, the CAO Fasa Sol, in my opinion, takes the win.
Takes the cake.
So,
wow,
Luke,
so
you are the deciding vote at this point, man.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
Well, first of all, before I say anything about these two cigars, hats off to CAO and Charter Oaks for
Totally
a well-made cigar for a reasonable price.
For sure. And you know what? To that point, more companies, I think, need to figure out a way to do this. If there's one thing that we did learn in this, I don't think you need an intricate blend to have a good cigar that burns well, is constructed well, and can stay under $8. I don't think any of these cigars, well, the United, that one I think probably was the most complex. If I going back and remembering that one.
Yeah, I think smoking that one all the way through would have had a different outcome.
I think so. But I will say that in terms of flavor, I think that one probably had the most variation. But all the rest of these, look, it's like I said in a previous show, they, for the most part, give you what they give you. If you like it, great. If you don't, well, you've got a whole cigar of it. And that's fine. We don't need different flavor changes every third. It doesn't need to completely become a different cigar at the end of the first third and the end of the second third. It can be the same thing. Maybe just ramp up in strength a little bit, but it can be the same thing throughout. And I wish, if there's one thing that comes of this, I think we need to recognize the companies that are putting out cigars that are at this price point and that are good. And I wish more companies would consider doing so to offer that as part of their portfolio, because let's be real, not all of us can be out there smoking expensive cigars on the regular. Some of us just need something that is
in between cigars. How's that?
Yeah, affordable. So,
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I interrupted.
No, it's fine. But yeah, so that has to be said. But so basically the CAO, I'm looking at, punching a rustic cap and a good nasal punch. It was overall, the construction was, lesser than the Charter Oaks. It was sweeter in value and a slower burn. It's a great cigar. Then you go to Charter Oaks I found it was a little bit smoother, more smoke output, easier draw. I think it won in the construction, the construction comparison.
I would say so.
Rich, sweet, and in complexity, it won. So it's a win on my side for Chartered Oak, but I can't say anything bad about the CAO. So Fasa Sol, that was a great one. So with that, winner, chicken dinner.
All right.
Chartered Oaks.
So the Charter Oak Maduro,
Maduro.
is the winner
There we go.
of the 2025 $8 or under Battle of the Budgets.
They are.
I don't have a button on my soundboard for applause. If I did, I would play that right there.
DJ
Oh, you know what? Do I have?
Nice.
Do I have? You know what?
You could touch.
All right, that was fucking loud. That was,
Holy shit.
it was really loud. Well, I don't have eardrums anymore, so anyway.
They went out with the taste buds.
Yeah, it's a tough. It could have went both ways, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But,
was as close as you can get.
It was a good contest, and like you said, all the cigars, they all brought something to the table, and it was nice to be able to find 8 cigars or 8 Toros under $8. I think that's something else to be kind of put forth for the discussion here, is that this was 8 Toros for under $8. So there's other ones out there. Like I said, if we wanted to expand into Robustos, that would have opened up some other categories. It just kind of so happened that as I was shopping and buying, it ended up being a lot of Toros to where, it was what it was. But anyway, so, all right. Well, guys, I'm available on Instagram at the Cigar Pulpit. I'm on Facebook with the Pulpit Parishioners group. You can get in on the fun there by finding the group and requesting access, and then just, post what you're smoking and have fun. I'm on Twitter/X. You can watch the show on Rumble and YouTube. And if you have Spotify and you use that, you can also watch it on there, because I do Spotify audio and video. You can call the hotline with your comments, questions, concerns. Tell us what you think of this. Was this a good experiment for us to do? Have you had the Charter Oak Maduro? Have you had any of the others that we've smoked? What are your thoughts? Did you smoke along with us? Did you smoke these and do it yourself? And if you did it yourself, which one do you think, won the day? Call into the hotline, area code 863-874-0000. That's area code 863-874-0000. And tell us what you think. Boys, where can we follow you on the socials?
Red Banana Art on all platforms, Red Banana Toys on Facebook, and in about 2 hours, my recliner.
There you go.
Nice. You can find me on Instagram, mysticks35mm, and also on X.
Okay.
If you please.
If you please.
And one hand joining the other makes a beautiful sound.
Boys, thank you so much for taking time out to do this. This was a lot of fun, and I know I put you through your smoking paces. There's a good chance I'm not having any cigars tomorrow. But I really, really appreciate you taking time out and blowing out the palate to do this with me.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, my pleasure.
It was my pleasure. So, guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Luke.
Everybody stay safe and stay smoky. And congratulations once again to the Charter Oak Maduro.
Woohoo!
Yay.